In Ghana, well, I don't think it's a Ghanaian problem. I think it's generally a human problem, is that we don't think well. You know, I tell people sometimes that they don't think, and then they get angry that I'm saying they don't think. But when I say that people don't think, and all of us were guilty of that, we don't think, it means that we easily react to the first thought that comes into our head when we see something. And so we don't stop to ask, to even question that thought that is in our head. The other time I was listening to somebody and he said, you know, he's tired of churches all over. Why don't the churches build factories? You know, it sounds like a good thought, but it's a very foolish thought. It's like saying, why don't the factories too build churches? Why don't doctors build schools? Everybody has the place they function. If there are no factories, you don't blame churches. A church's role is not to build a factory, it's to build a church. A school builds schools. Doctors build hospitals. Industrialists build factories. So if factories are not being built, you don't blame churches for building churches. Why should we go and build somebody's work for them? And who will work in the factory? Me? I'm not an industrialist. I'm a pastor. And my job is to build a church. Somebody's job is to play football. Somebody's job is to teach. Somebody's job is to be a doctor, is to be an engineer. If there's no manufacturing in Ghana, you cannot blame me that I'm not doing my job. I'm doing my job and the evidence is there. Now you have to go and ask, what are we teaching people who go to study engineering and study physics and study all of these things? They are the ones to build the factories, not me. But you know, such a simple thought, just giving it a little thought, you would have known that the first thought that came to your head, Sabita frage, it is foolish. So sometimes people look at the church and don't appreciate what is happening. You know, if you just take the church as one sector, and you take manufacturing as another sector, and all of that, how many sectors in Ghana have been started from the scratch, have been sustained for 40 years, and still strong and growing stronger? Do you think if we had businesses that have been modeled as the churches have been modeled doing their work, don't you think Ghana will be a better Ghana? So instead of blaming the churches for being strong, you have to question, why don't we have comparative strength in other industries and areas of operation? That would be a sensible question. And the reason is the churches, not all of them, but if you take ICGC and you take other churches like ICGC, they are modeled after a certain leadership, organizational philosophy that if it is applied to other areas of our national life, our nation will grow without bounds. Because most Ghanaian industries, somebody starts a shop, he can't even open a branch of the shop. And he opens a second branch and he says people will steal from him from the second branch, so he has to close it and concentrate on the one. So if a church is able to open 1,000 branches, do you think it is a joke to do that? It's a very serious, thoughtful process that allows that to happen. What we should pray for is that what has been done in the church will be done in industries, will be done in the retail business of Ghana, will be done in all the sectors of Ghana, that we can have hospitals that have 1,000 branches in Ghana. So that if the hospital is called ABC Hospital, you go to ABC Hospital in Sakumono, there'll be about 10 ABC hospitals in Sakumono, or pharmacies in Sakumono, or whatever it is, and you go to every village, that pharmacy or hospital will be there. And you can present your case in one branch and go to another branch in your village and have the same care, because somebody has seen to it to build an enduring industry. The churches are doing church. We are not factories. We are churches. And we do church. If we have been successful in doing it, clap for us. And then think about how can we do it in other areas of our national life. That is how we should think. Because if somebody builds a hotel, we don't ask him, why didn't he build a church? Do we? If Toyota goes to open a factory, do we ask, hey, Toyota, why didn't you build a church nearby? So why is it that when I build a church, you ask, why didn't I build a factory? Am I a factory? Did we start 40 years ago to say we are going to build International Central Gospel Factory? No, it's a church. And our job is to do that. And unfortunately, even sometimes you church people, these thoughts come to your head and you don't process the thought well. Because if you did, then you would see people like Pastor Kujo, who have remained steadfast in one church, preaching to the same congregation, and preaching to their children, and preaching to their children's children. And all of them coming to listen to somebody for 26 years. And still feeling satisfied and still coming. That is not a joke. That is an enduring work and legacy. Let us celebrate our pastor.
Thank you for watching this video. We believe you've been touched by this message. If you have any comments, kindly leave it in the comment section. And if you have any testimonies or enquiries, you can pen it down in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our videos. See you in the video on your screen.